There's a kind of person who walks into a room and doesn't say much. They don't raise their voice when things get tense. They don't scramble when plans fall apart. They just stay steady. And somehow, that stillness makes the people around them uncomfortable. If that sounds like you, you've probably been told you're too quiet or that people can't read you. Maybe someone accused you of not caring, or said you were cold, or asked why aren't you more worried about this? And for a long time you may have wondered if something was wrong with you. Nothing is wrong with you. In fact, psychology suggests that what you have is one of the rarest and most powerful emotional qualities a person can possess. Today we're going to talk about what it really means to be so calm it makes other people nervous, and why that calm is not a flaw. It is your foundation. Let's get into it. When you remain calm in a situation where everyone else is reacting, you are doing something that goes against a very deep human instinct. And that instability in others isn't really about you, it's about them. Here's what the psychology actually tells us. 1. Your calm disrupts what psychologists call emotional contagion. Research in social psychology shows that human beings are wired to sync emotionally with the people around them. When someone panics, we're biologically primed to feel some of that panic too. It helps groups respond to danger together. But when you don't react the way the group expects, it breaks that loop. Your stillness doesn't match the emotional signal they're sending out, and that mismatch creates discomfort in them. They don't know what to do with you. Think about a time someone tried to start an argument and you just didn't engage. You stayed level. You spoke softly. You didn't take the bait. Chances are, they got more agitated, not less. That's not because you did something wrong. That's because your calm removed the fuel they were counting on. You weren't playing the game, and that confused them. The reframe here is this: your calm doesn't mean you don't care. It means you've learned not to let the energy of a moment make decisions for you. 2. Calm signals psychological safety and competence, and that can be quietly intimidating. Psychology shows that people unconsciously associate composure with authority and self-mastery. When someone stays regulated in a high-pressure moment, our brains actually read them as more capable, more in control. It's why we trust surgeons who are steady-handed, or leaders who speak slowly in a crisis. But here's the interesting tension. While composure earns respect, it can also trigger insecurity in people who struggle to manage their own emotions. Your calm becomes a mirror, and sometimes people don't like what they see in it. It's not that you're being superior. It's that your presence, unintentionally, highlights something they haven't yet worked on in themselves. You're not making them feel small. They're doing that on their own. 3. You likely have a high window of tolerance, and that is genuinely rare. In psychology, the window of tolerance refers to the zone in which a person can experience stress without going into fight, flight, or freeze. Most people's windows are narrower than they realize. When life pushes them past a certain point, they either explode outward or shut down completely. Calm people often have a wider window. They've either built it through experience, through healing, through practice, or sometimes through years of learning to self-regulate in environments that weren't always safe. That history matters. Because if your calm came from difficult places, from having to hold yourself together when no one else would, then your stillness isn't just a personality trait. It's a survival skill you turned into a strength. Research in trauma-informed psychology indicates that many people who appear calm under pressure have actually done deep internal work, consciously or not, to expand their capacity to cope. What looks effortless on the outside often has a very meaningful story on the inside. 4. Your nervous system is communicating something that words aren't. When you're calm and others are not, there's often an unconscious power dynamic at play. Studies in nonverbal communication suggest that physiological cues, things like a slow breathing rate, a relaxed posture, a measured voice, signal to those around you that you are not threatened. And when someone isn't threatened by the same thing that's threatening everyone else, it creates a kind of social uncertainty. People want to know, do you know something they don't? Are you not taking this seriously? Or are you simply okay? That last option is sometimes the most unsettling of all, because it implies a level of inner security that many people are still searching for. Your calm body language isn't arrogance, it's groundedness. And groundedness, to someone who feels unrooted, can feel like a challenge, even when it isn't meant as one. 5. Calm people are often deep processors, and that quietness is frequently misread. Psychology distinguishes between two kinds of emotional processing: surface processing, which happens fast, loudly, reactively, and deep processing, which is slower, more internal, more deliberate. Research on introversion and high sensitivity suggests that people who process deeply tend to think before they speak, feel before they react, and sit with complexity before they resolve it. This can look like detachment to people who process on the surface. It can look like you don't care, or that you're not present, or that you're hiding something. But the truth is often the opposite. You feel things deeply, you just don't perform your feelings for an audience. That's not emotional unavailability, that's emotional integrity. 6. Your calm creates space, and space is something a lot of people are not comfortable sitting in. In a world that rewards urgency, noise, and constant reaction, stillness feels foreign. Psychology shows that many people fill silence and space with anxiety because they've never been taught that it's safe to just be. When you bring calm into a room, you're essentially offering people an invitation to slow down. Some people receive that as a gift. Others resist it because slowing down means feeling things they'd rather keep moving away from. Your presence doesn't need to match the chaos around you. In fact, your greatest contribution to many situations is precisely that you don't. Now, here's what I want you to take away from all of this. If people have ever made you feel like your calm was a problem, like you were too quiet, too unbothered, too hard to read, I want you to hear this clearly. Your calm is not a wall. It is not coldness. It is not indifference. It is one of the most quietly powerful things a human being can carry. It took something to build that. Whether it was hard years, intentional growth, or simply the way you're wired, the fact that you can stay grounded when the world around you isn't, is not something to apologize for. It's something to understand, to own, to protect. Other people's discomfort with your calm is information about where they are in their own journey. It is not a verdict on yours. You don't have to be louder to be felt. You don't have to be reactive to be real. And you don't have to shrink your stillness to make someone else more comfortable. Stay grounded. Stay you. If this resonated with you, subscribe to this channel. Every week we explore the psychology behind the quiet traits that often go unrecognized. The ones that don't fit neatly into how the world tells you to be, but that are actually your greatest strengths. There are people watching these videos who have felt unseen for a long time. You're not alone in that. And you're not what people misunderstood you to be. We'll see you in the next one.